Hey guys, how's it going? It's X666X Iron Maiden, and today we are here with some Bloodred Hourglass, if I can speak. Drag Me the Rain. So this one came not as a direct request, but in the Nightwish group on Discord that I've spoken about before, which is called Night Dreamers. I think it's Night Dreamers React Side. I don't want to mess up the name. I feel like an idiot, so I should know this by now. Nightwish React Side is the Discord group. It's one that I've been in for since the day it was created. If I remember correctly, I think it was the exact day it was created or the day after that I was part of it. And there's a lot of other YouTubers in there that have regretted Nightwish, and in there ended up seeing that Tank the Tech had suggested checking out this song to us other YouTubers that are on there. So, I mean, we seem to have the same taste in music, seem to enjoy the same type of songs so far from the ones that I do catch on his channel. So I was like, hey, I'm going to check it out. If it's a suggestion from, if it's a suggestion from another YouTuber, I probably would do it anyway, because I love having that community feel between the reactors as well, and I like having that trust in them as well, because it's my fellow reactors, it's other people that was like, oh hey, I'm gonna do this, and I enjoy that factor as well. So let's jump in and check them out. I've never heard these guys before. Now this is gonna be my first time. I've heard the name maybe once or twice, probably on stuff like Metal Sucks or Loudwire on Facebook, but I've never clicked on the links whenever I've seen it because I didn't know them. I don't check out every single thing that comes by. So let's see how it goes. Just off that start, when they first kicked in, I had like a flashback to, I think I've got the CD here somewhere. It's literally right next to me. A group called Wolfgar, on their album With Gods and Legends Unite. It's one I've had for a long time. Like, these guys, this was back when like MySpace still existed, and I was doing my first radio show, community radio show back in high school. And I remember finding these guys on MySpace, and they sent me a CD to play on the air. And the first riff they did here completely reminded me of that band. They're like Viking metal with almost like a little bit of like death metal feel to it, and that's completely like the feeling I got here. And it just kind of like threw me back right quick at the start. But that was about it for the similarities there, because they have a very different feeling than Viking metal. Other than that, and I'm curious what it's going to change into next. Let's see what happens next. Oh man.
If I stay, we'll go too far. If I leave, you may just close the only door. Leave me lost in this labyrinth of endless streets. I hear you gaze me left. The kiss of silence feels so violent. I'm just missing way too much. They sacrifice my drive.
Okay. This really has like a feeling of multiple different things I've heard throughout my whole metal journey since high school, but just all put together that makes such a unique sound that I haven't heard from another band. Like I'm here picking off lots of elements. Like I have like feeling of like In Flames, and like I said, this Wolfgar group because of the guitar, and all these things going on. His vocals are making me think of like more of like metalcore type stuff, but mixed with like its own feel to it as well. It's just an interesting track. Like it's interesting how it brings in all those elements that are familiar and puts them into one in a way that I haven't heard it before yet. And it just makes me want to keep going. So I'm keep going. Usually I would talk more, but I'm actually quite interested to see like what the next change is going to be. Oh, please keep going with that. Yes! We're gonna drop. I've got a feeling we're just gonna hit hard in here a sec. It's electronic now. What? Yeah. Man, all throughout the song, it just brought through elements of like a bunch of different styles all mixed into one, and it just fit together so beautifully. At first, when he first started singing, I wasn't sure like how into it I was going to get, because when it comes to growling, screaming styles nowadays, I find I have a tendency, the older I'm getting, the more I don't have a tendency to listen to them as often. And I think it's because the only reason is that because I'm very lyric oriented when I'm choosing my music, and I have a harder time understanding without having lyrics brought up when it comes to growling and screaming with a lot of bands, especially the ones that really go all in and you can't hear like every single word they're saying. So I have a tendency to move away from that a bit more lately than what I used to. But this is, as this went on, to finish what I was saying probably first would be great. As it continued on, there was just so many elements, like I said, this Wolfgar group, and even tiny hints of like styles like In Flames. There's electronic that came in there, like there's like a keyboard like from almost like a synthwave style of keyboard that came in there, even though it was like 10 seconds, so still it was there. And then his when he's not going as hard on the growls, he almost sounded like Alexi Leo a little bit there. Just a slight bit. I'm not saying they sound exactly like him, but I got like, maybe it's just because I've been listening to Children about him a little bit since his passing, and he has a little bit of a similar like tone. Is more what I should say, and not like sounding exactly like him, but more on the tone level of it. It really just kind of like got my interest by the end of it more than I did at the start, and I love that. And it makes me want to check them out even more. Like like I can't believe that I really didn't think, like, when I heard it, the best way to describe it is, like, I just, like, okay, it's one of those bands that I don't normally listen to, and I probably won't enjoy it as much as I thought, but luckily they changed my mind on that as they continued to play. I just, with all the different elements going on, it just made for a really enjoyable listen, and they would be pretty cool to see live, I think. Like, I can feel that energy, like, that it would just be so cool to catch them live, man, like... Just the changes going on, and when I hit that heavy part, and they teased you too with it a little bit, because that heavy part came in, and I was saying, like, oh, please drop, please drop, and like they just like teased it on for a little while, and I was like, oh man, please do it, and then they did it, and I was so excited that they actually did that. So even though it wasn't directed to me to do this directly, and it was an abroad thing, but still thank you to Tank the Tech for suggesting this group to all the YouTubers on the Nightwish Discord group, because I probably wouldn't have checked them out. I wouldn't have known about them. I would have checked them out, and I'm glad I did. I actually quite enjoyed that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to get notified when I drop new videos. As always, you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you later.